The second half of my answer to the question is a patient that I recall who was referred to me that I didn't think we were going to have very much success with. It was a woman who was involved in psychotherapy, and she was working on a number of issues with her psychotherapist. And the reason for the referral was somewhat unusual. The reason for the consultation went back over 20 years ago. And she related that she had been going through just a difficult time in her life and wound up in a Texas honky-tonk, and she had a one-night stand. And out of that experience came a baby girl. And so time passed. And she didn't have any further contact with the biological father until finally this baby girl grew up, and she wanted to meet her father. And the patient was trying to recall whatever information she could about this, and she just felt like she didn't have any information. There was nothing that she could recall. And so that was really the reason for the referral. If nothing else, it was to reassure the daughter that my patient had done everything that she possibly could to try to recall this information. And so my role was very limited in that regard. I met with her, we discussed hypnosis and what might be able to be accomplished. She told me that she had gone back and she had checked every diary and notebook and all the papers that she could find, and she just couldn't recall even his name, for that matter. And so we completed a hypnotic induction, and I found that she was, I felt that she was quite hypnotizable. And I gave her the suggestion that she would see before her a box, and the information that she saw in some way would be found in this box. And so I asked her to open the lid of the box, and I asked her to report what she saw there. And she reported that she saw absolutely nothing. And so I encouraged her to search out every corner of the box. And still there was nothing. I suggested that she could now see the box being turned over, and perhaps there was something on the bottom of the box that had been overlooked. And as we were doing this, I had given her the suggestion that if there was any information at all, that her right hand, I was using the technique of automatic writing, that right hand would begin to write out this information. And I just felt that she was very motivated, because that hand was moving, but it was just a mass of scribbles. It was just nothing. And we searched this box over. There was nothing. We looked at these scribbles. And so as we ended the session, we talked about it, and I was seeking for her to have some benefit from the session. And so we ended that at the very least she could reassure her daughter that she had done everything that she possibly could at this time to try to get the information her daughter wanted. And so about 2 weeks passed, and she came back in. She was there to see her psychotherapist, who has an office down the hallway from me. He stopped me in the hallway, and she said, "Look at this." And she brought that piece of paper in. And she told me, "See, if you turn it this way and you look at it from the bottom up," and she pointed out to me that there were numbers embedded in all these scribbles. And she made out a telephone number, and she called that number and reached the man's mother, who was still living in the same place, who was able to help her get in contact with the man. And it was a very good and positive outcome. The daughter met her biological father, and it was a very positive and a very good sense of completion.